What the Rock is cooking!
Keep into my word, we're gonna do viewer's choice today. The people's champion, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. With his extensive background, The Rock has been on TV and movies and is a social media legend. To start off with the leader of his team, we're going to choose how he started off wrestling. That's why I'm choosing Incineroar. He has both the hero and the heel qualities. He has a similar build and he's a wrestler. This is the perfect starter Pokemon for The Rock, and the dark fire typing seems to fit in this regard. The second Pokemon on his team, I think we should choose something from his movie star side. The Rock had many different roles, but the role that he debuted in was the Scorpion King, you know, with the amazing CGI. And I think Gliscor is something that embodies that. It's menacing, it's simple, primitive, ground typing matches the sand in the movie, not to mention the claws, because in the movie, the Scorpion King, he actually was a scorpion. And I think Gliscor really encompasses the Scorpion King movie. Now, we're very limited on how many Pokemon we can choose on the team because the team is 6 Pokemon at most. And if we chose one for every single movie that he made, it really wouldn't work out. For the next Pokemon, I'm thinking has to kind of encompass a couple movies at once. A little bit of Fast and the Furious, maybe a little bit of Jumanji, maybe a little bit Jungle Cruise, or Race to Witch Mountain, you know, the one with the famous meme where they say something stupid and The Rock looks backwards. And I'm thinking, let's choose something none other than a box legendary, Koraidon. Its fighting typing makes it authentic to The Rock's character. He's literally a motorcycle Pokemon, where in Fast and Furious you kind of want a car, but I think a motorcycle works good. He's ancient, somewhat primitive, kind of like some of the Disney movies that were listed. And I think they're a good match. Like, imagine Koraidon standing behind The Rock. Given that The Rock has a no-loss clause in his movie contract, I think this is really good because if you ever played against kids on Pokemon Showdown or whatever, and they just have a team of legendaries, so that's what The Rock feels like. He would just have a team of legendaries to kind of push through. Just starters and legendaries. He had like an Arceus or something, I don't know. The Rock's wrestling stint, he had a very famous catchphrase. Smell what The Rock is cooking. And there's only one Pokemon that can really smell, and that's Nosepass. With a nose like that, who needs enemies? We could have gone with Probopass in this situation, but I feel like the mustache and the nose and that little Mr. Potato Head hat is a little extra. I think Nosepass is a good one. I think he could definitely smell what The Rock is cooking. The next Pokemon I want to choose is something that The Rock has every single day of his life. It's his logo and his tattoo of a bull. And the Gen 1er in me wants to say, hey, that's Tauros. But given the new upgrade to his tattoo where he made it like a full sleeve, or first half of his shoulder, I don't know what that's called. Danny Dennis, you let me know. Given the upgrade to his tattoo and the logo, I think Paldean Tauros fire typing, which is also a fighting typing, really matches the energy of The Rock in the initial part of his wrestling phase when he did start off with the tattoo and then the new and updated tattoo that he has on him. I think that really embodies who he is as his spirit animal. So Paldean Tauros fire typing. Now for some honorable mentions. I liked various forms of Donphan, the original one, because it kind of reminded me of the Fast and the Furious because it literally is a wheel when it does the move rollout. But also the Paradox forms where the Great Tusk, huge gigantic mammoth type of being. Also the Future Paradox form where it's a giant machine, which it could be kind of like a Hummer. So a whole bunch of different. Next we have Zarude. I think it has the same energy as Koraidon and the primal energy that it gives off. The one in the movie also has a pink scarf. It also gives me vibes of like actors in the 60s and the 70s where they used to wear like ascots. And for his role in Moana as Maui, I was thinking a shapeshifter like Ditto. He can take various different Pokemon or various different animal forms, or just Pidgeot, which was like the hawk form that he used to go into. Talonflame could kind of work there, but I think Pidgeot is a better fit. Drum roll, please. For our final Pokemon for the team, and this one has to be a banger, especially for Top G, I gave him Mega Rayquaza. Thinking a Pokemon that can match The Rock's physique. Homeboy is stronger in his 50s than he was in his 20s. Have you ever seen him do that huge chain exercise where he just drags things behind him? That's the video that kind of inspired me to pick his final Pokemon, Regigigas. In the Pokemon description, it mentions he once pulled an entire continent. And I think The Rock could do that now with his training partner, Regigigas. I think this team really works with him, kind of matches his style, his different roles he had throughout the years. So that's the team I chose for doing The Rock Johnson. I didn't want to pick basic ones like Geodude or Regirock. I feel like everybody did that. If you disagree with any of the picks, let me know. And if you want to see any other celebrity team or any character, make sure you leave a comment down below and maybe it'll make it to the next one. See ya.